So, Gary, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, and what you do.
Sure. I'm Gary Lindorf. I am a home loan consultant with Univest Home Loans. And if you never heard of Univest, because maybe you're in Chester County or Delaware County, we're not a huge presence. We've been around 143 years. And I've been with them since 2013. I've been in the industry for 20 years. And I love it there. It's a good company, a lot of support in the back office. They know what they're doing. And so I'm the guy that can help you get a loan when you're buying a home, refinancing a home, building a home, renovating a home, any of those.
So let's talk about the people right now that are, they're in a home. They maybe they have, 30, 40% equity. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it's an amazing stat. And I forget the exact stat. I should have that today, of the amount of equity that people have in their homes these days.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's the stat on like people that have their house paid off is huge. And I think that's, generational. And I think the stat is almost exactly in line with the population of the baby boomers versus a percentage of the country, like 30, 40% or something.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah. So, but anyway, how is that working these days? They're calling you up. They're saying, Gary, I don't know, COVID, my kids are here. My dogs are here. My dogs are running around right now. We need a bigger house, or the houses are selling, can't find a house, what are they telling you? And how are you helping them through the mortgage process with that kind of uncertainty of, wanting to trade that house out and move to a bigger one or a smaller one and different.
If they want to move up, they want to have some more room. I generally ask them, first of all, are you talking with a realtor? Because you want to talk about the market with them. That's my wheelhouse. But tell me about your home. What do you think it would sell for? How much equity would you pull out? Would you be able to tell me about your income? Let me see if we can get you into a new house without you selling your current home first. And then sell your new home. We keep our loans. We can recast your loan and lower your payment without you. You could buy the house without a lot of money down. There's all kinds of ways to structure that. So I've got a lot of people that, for example, as long as they qualify financially to carry both mortgages for a period of time, I can do a 95% financing. And when they're done and they sell their current home, they can take that huge equity that they were going to put in it, get sold it first and put it toward it at that point, and then we'll recast the loan, recalculate their payment based on the lower principal balance. A lot of lenders can't do that because we're a community bank. We can, because we retain the servicing on our loans. So that's a common scenario in this market with the people that have a lot of equity. It's a way to make it happen.
So walk me through that. So I'm in a, $400,000 townhome. I want to buy, let's call it the $600,000 something else.
Yes.
Or a $350,000 townhome, and I want to buy a $550,000 single home. You're telling me that I could potentially, based on my income, put 5% down, which is roughly, $28,000, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Borrow $522,000. Maybe I pay some closing costs. So I'm like $40,000 out of pocket if I have some cash to do that, right?
Right. You would need that. Yep.
Then I would get like a 528 loan or something of that magnitude, right?
Yes.
500 something thousand. And then I would have this huge mortgage, but then I sold my townhouse and now I have $100,000 of equity that I got out of that townhouse or that smaller home.
Yep.
I come back to you with the $100,000 and you do what?
We recast it. So what that means is you call me, you say, look, I've got $100,000 I want to put towards this. What's that going to do to my payment? Well, it's going to lower it probably $500 a month. Pretty big. It's a big nut. So tell me when you've made that deposit. We've got a department for recasting. I connect you with them, and they will once they see that principal reduction, they will then alter your loan payment. Same amortization track that you've been on, they're just going to lower the principal balance and lower the payment accordingly. And it's
Now,
great.
is that like a refinance?
It's not. No, it's there's some processing involved, and we have to re-record the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's $300 what it costs. Period. No, there's nothing.
So $300, you don't have to refinance.
Right.
That's amazing, right? That's amazing.
Yeah,
So
it is.
when you bring that up to the average seller, that because look, the people, they come to me as a realtor, and they're gonna be right, wrong, or indifferent. You know, I might be a stopgap for you on something you said,
Mm-hmm.
and you might be a stopgap for me on something I said.
Sure.
I mean, heck, I've even seen a buyer ask a home inspector if they thought they got a good deal. You know, so.
Yeah, people always ask. Yeah.
So it happens, right? So when people come to you in this situation, are they aware of these recast scenarios and
Oh
stuff?
no, nobody's ever heard of it before.
Really?
Apparently it's not common. No.
Well, people that's been around forever, but it's like everything else in the business kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
You know, so I haven't heard about that for a while, but started hearing about that, you know, this year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially. So
yeah, well, people think you've either got to do a bridge loan or somehow pull the equity out of your home in order to jump to the next house. And the key here is just the ability to carry both. Some people just can't qualify. Look, you're going to have to sell your home first, no matter what, because you can't swing carrying two mortgages. If they can for a period of time, this is the least expensive way, most cost-effective way for people to get out of it. So, and when I share that with people, they're shocked. It's like, wow, I can do that. And they say, well, what about the PMI? Well, the PMI, once you pay the principal down, the PMI is going to go away. You don't have that either.
So you're stuck with maybe, you know, I mean, obviously most homes can sell pretty readily these days, you know, priced right, marketed right. Actually, you know, in any market, Gary, I don't know if you know this or anybody's ever told you this, but I don't care if the market's 2009 or today, a lot of houses can be sold in our market because we're the mid-Atlantic market. We don't get too crazy. We don't get too low. We don't get too high. We're a very even keel market, right?
Right.
We're not like a Florida or something where it could go down like 60% or something crazy.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But I mean, so what I'm saying is in any market, literally, if you do it the right way, a home can sell in 30 days.
Yeah.
You can literally get a home sold in 30 days. I think my days on market average in 2009 was like 42.9.
Wow.
You know?
Even in a terrible market like that.
Wow. Even in a terrible market like that. Because we, you know, if it's marketed right and it's priced right and everybody follows the path, you can get things done. So my point is the fear of the multiple payments often doesn't even really sometimes even kick in, right? Because of the delay in the first payment because of, you know, renting your money versus renting your house.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got PMI for, I think PMI is cheaper than I've ever seen it.
It is. Oh, it is. Yeah.
I mean, so that could be $100 a month. I mean, so, but if you're looking at multiple transactions that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, what's an extra mortgage payment or two? You know, it's real money. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you're talking about having people have the fear of God with this stuff. You know, and we're talking about $2,000 or $3,000, and you and I both know. I mean, $2,000 and $3,000 maybe we need to make a different housing decision. You know,
yeah,
for $2,000 and $3,000 at these levels, right? Yeah. But you know, that's really amazing stuff. And you say if you had to pigeonhole like a percentage for me, and you talk to 10 people about recast and that ability to do a move up, how many out of 10 know that before you tell them, would you say?
I don't know that I've ever spoken to anybody that knows about that.
So do you think it's possible that guys like me are really missing the boat? Right? We should probably know that, right?
Well, now you do. Yeah. It is. Yeah, it is possible.
Well, that's good to know. So, Gary, I appreciate you being here. How can people kind of connect with you if they're interested in hearing more about you know, anything you said here about recasting, about having the right amount of whatever money, knowing, getting answers on getting a mortgage.
Well, they could call me at my office, or they could email me, or they could go to my website through Univest at www.garythelender.com.
Come.
To think, because I'm univest.net. Yeah, my email address is .net. Yeah,
What's your number to reach you?
it's 484-983-3581.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I appreciate you answering some of these questions, Gary, and I'm sure somebody
Thanks.
out there needs to know about the recast. Appreciate you coming and creating this video with me, and hopefully we can get some great information out there to my YouTube channel.